Hey there, this is Indigo Ocean from Awaken Business Consulting. I haven't been on in a while. I've been really super busy with other things, and then I was sick for the last week, and I'm just getting better now. So just thought I would pop on now that I'm feeling a little bit better and just share some things that are kind of current and I hopefully will be really useful to you. Hey, I saw Joy pop in. I saw Ray pop in. Hey, good to see you, Joy. I'm glad that you happen to be on when I'm on. Hey, Jason, good to see you. Long time. Oh, thanks, Ray. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm not. I gotta like sit up over the comments. I'm not 100% better. You can probably hear it a little bit, but like so much better. So appreciating good health, right? Like we take it for granted when we're just like always well. We only notice when we get sick, but then you really appreciate it when you get better. So appreciating that right now. Also, you know, really appreciating having a chance to just like so easily pop on and just share an inspiration with you guys. Hello, Jeff. So what I'm wanting to share with you is these two ideas. One is purpose, passion, and prosperity, like how those things go together and how so much of getting them to go together is really about more the questions that you ask. You know, there's something to be said for knowledge, obviously. You know, knowledge and wisdom cannot be underestimated. But knowing what question to even ask is really a big part of it. By the way, thanks for sharing that out, Joy. I appreciate that. Tomorrow I'm doing the purpose and meaning of money with someone who's from Waldorf education. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Waldorf education. It's really like the most exceptional education you could get for your kid. And I actually got to give their commencement speech for their high school graduation a few months ago. And so my connection with this person is kind of from when I did that. So I'm going to be interviewing him tomorrow. So I've had a lot of energy just kind of going into getting those interviews out. But anyway, getting back to what I wanted to just spontaneously share with you guys today, purpose, passion, and prosperity. When you think about prosperity, a lot of times we think of it in terms of what we want to receive, but that you can get really stuck. I spent pretty much my entire 20s trying to figure out how could I make more money and how could I also have a bigger impact in the world. Those were, you know, this book, How Can I Help? That book did not help me. The book, How Can I Help? It just made me feel even more of a weight. What really did kind of start working for me, and not even in a strategic way, I just naturally started doing things from just a developmental place, and then suddenly everything started shifting, and I did wind up with a lot of prosperity, and I did wind up with a lot of purpose in my life, and I did wind up with just like, you know, apart from being sick, bounding out of bed every morning with so much energy, just like not able, I just can't wait. There's like so much I want to do in a given day, and I don't want to go to bed at night because I am having so much fun and I want to keep on doing it. So having that purpose, that passion, and that prosperity, I think that's what we all want. And yet, if we're asking the question, how do I create that? It's really hard to get an answer. But if we flip that around and we say, you know, what is something that has been a pain for me that I really wish was not a pain for another person in this world? Ask that question. What is something that was once a pain for me that is no longer a pain for me? At least I'm at the growing edge. I'm just beyond it. It's not as bad as it was before. At least that. It's so much worse for people who are the way that I used to be. Does anybody listening have something like that, where there was something in your life that was really hard for you, that caused you some suffering, and you found some level of relief from it? When you ask that question, it gets answered within who you are, and you start vibrating as the solution to that problem. This is the key. This is really the key. It's not what you do, and it's not what you know. It's who you are. It's what you embody. Can you embody the solution to somebody else's problem? If you can be the promise that you're making to them, you will have purpose, you will have passion, and you will have prosperity. Got it. I'm thinking what I embody as a solution. Yeah. And a good way to look at it is there are probably several different things, to tell you the truth. There are probably several different things. But that's a good problem to have, right? When there are several things and you just have to answer the question. The second question then is, what do I want most right now? Now, this gets to the next little tricky part. Can you embody the solution to someone else's problem? Absolutely. Like Joy, I know for you, for example, you are like super healthy and you've always been really healthy and you've always been athletic and you help people who don't have that history of physical wellness and strength and vitality, and you help them, right? So it's not a problem that you had. You've always been strong there, but it's something you can help other people with. The key thing for you, Joy, and I'm just going to be sincere with you, if you want to be able to break through the pack and be not just another personal trainer, but to be someone that people recommend and refer and on like that, you've got to connect with their experience of the pain of not having the solution that you're bringing. It's easier a lot of times. Like I have a sister who has lupus. Now, I don't work with lupus, but if I was someone who was going to work with health things, I would really be tapping into my watching her suffer all those years and how it pains me to see her suffer and how desperately I wish I could relieve her suffering. I've got to feel that, right? I've got to feel that. Because then when I'm talking to someone who has lupus and I'm talking to them about, assuming again that this is what I work with, and I'm talking to them about solutions and how I was able to help my sister and how I know what life is like for them and I know how they aren't able to be there for themselves and for their kids and for their hopes and how they can't always show up for themselves. You have to get them in the way that they get themselves. In fact, you need to get them just a step beyond where they get themselves, where there's an unexpressed need in them still. So you've got to tap into that if you're not coming from your own history. Find someone you care about that you know their story. I've been shying away from sharing why I really do it. Okay, so you got to go there. Raising confident and culturally conscious kids, my stepson being bullied. Yeah, okay, so you're seeing his pain made you say not another kid, right? It's got to be that you come from there if you really, really want work that brings you the money, but that also really brings you the fulfillment. And that's the second part of it. It's like you've got to be doing the thing that is in alignment with what it means for you to be fully expressed in this world. When you do that thing, you will be a magnet to people who are trying to express something similar, right? And again, there are several things you could do and there's several things they're doing. You're not trying to fulfill all anybody's needs. You're just trying to find those places where you match up so that you can fill this one and somebody else will fill another one and somebody else will fill another one. So don't get yourself overwhelmed by feeling like, but I have all these things that call to me and all these abilities and there are all these needs. That's what had me paralyzed in my 20s. Hey, Nana. That's what had me paralyzed in my 20s because there were too many things that the world needed that I had some skill with and that I had some care about. Okay, so I don't want to go on too long. I like to try to keep it brief. I hope that you can apply this immediately. Again, ask that question. What is something that has been healed in my life where I'm at least a few steps ahead of someone where they're still struggling with this? And is there a way that I could actually make a pathway that the prosperity that I need to live and thrive as a human being, that it could come to me through my offering that service? For you, it's depression. Okay, so that's fantastic because we all know that one of the best things to help with depression, which is a physical, it becomes mental, but it's also physical. Right, okay, so I have a similar past to that, and you know that. So you're coming at it more from the physical side of it because it is a physical issue. Yeah, fitness is a great thing to combat that. And whereas I combat it from, my master's is in counseling psychology, so I come at it from that side. But in the end, people who have depression and anxiety, there are different things. Also, someone who does nutrition would be another part of that, right? Right? Relationships, that would be another part of it because the more emotional support you have, the less you're likely to fall prey to depression. But if you're not good at having relationships and every time you have relation with people, whether it's romantic or just friendships, there's conflict, You're going to shy away from relationship, right? But then you isolate yourself, so your depression gets worse. So can you see how people who do counseling, how people who do physical fitness, how people who do nutrition, and how people who do relationship counseling all can be solving different parts of the need of different people with depression, right? I think you guys are starting to feel me. Whatever it is that you have used to heal a part of your life, or that you've seen close up to where you felt it, the world needs that. And there's no reason in this world why prosperity should not come to you in the area of your purpose and your passion. What a crazy world that would be if that was not allowed. What a crazy frickin' world if wherever you feel purpose and passion, that's where you're not allowed to make money to keep yourself in the game, to keep your rent paid and food on the table. How crazy would that world be? Of course that's not this world. Of course you're meant to have prosperity from doing the work you love doing and truly, truly helping people and being the promise that you're making to them. Okay? So go for it. Go for it unabashedly. Do the people that you can help a favor and put yourself out there so that they can find you. Okay. All right. Sending you much love. I'm probably going to go take a nap now. That's the other part of getting yourself ready so that you can help people. Self-care. Take good care of those bodies before you get sick. All right. Much love, everybody. Bye-bye. And thank you for all the hearts. I really appreciate it.